Hey, casual crypto investor family. It is the casual crypto investor, and I am back with another video. Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow crypto investors, do I have an episode for you? This is definitely a must watch. I got a lot of information to share with you. Kick your shoes off, grab you some hot chocolate or coffee or whatever. I'm sipping on some hot chocolate right now. I was in the grocery store the other day, and there's like all these like kind of fall vibes going on. You can smell like the pumpkin spice and the cinnamon and all that kind of stuff. And so I was walking down the aisle and I saw this like gourmet like hot chocolate in this glass. I can't remember the brand. Next video, I'll shout out the brand or anything like that. I'm not being paid or endorsed by them by any means, but it is pretty tasty. And I've been drinking it like it's Coca Cola, man. It's so good. And yeah, and so where I'm at, the mornings are getting cooler, which is nice. I think one of my goals at some point, man, I would love to have a property maybe in, I'll probably maybe still live on the East Coast. I'm a East Coast guy, originally from the South, but been living in the East Coast for a while. And, I think at some point, I like to have, a place here on the East Coast, where I stay until maybe like October-ish, and then after that, I'm going to somewhere warm and tropical. So that's kind of like one of my crypto goals, if you will, kind of speaking that into fruition. But like I said, I have a jam-packed episode. We're going to get into it. I'm going to rub my hands on this one because, man, things are getting juicy in the crypto space. It's absolutely unreal, and super excited to be in this market. And you should be too. You should be. We are still early, guys, man. And don't feel, even I'm guilty of this too. Like, I look at my portfolio sometimes and I'm like, okay, I'm doing okay. But, I feel like, man, there's a crypto I should get more of, or I wish I invested a little bit more into blah, blah, blah crypto, or whatever the situation is. Just be happy where you are. Okay. If you've been in this space for 4, 5, 6 years, be happy where you are. Okay. If you need to make improvements, make adjustments. Okay. Whether you can find ways to adjust your spending or whatever the situation is, everyone's financial situation is different. But if you're just getting started, man, if you're just getting started, set small goals for yourself. Say, hey, you know what? My goal is to get 100 XRP, or my goal is to get 100 Cardano, or maybe 100 Dogecoin, or whatever project that you're excited about. And again, there's tons of projects that are even below 20 cents. Crow is pumping like crazy right now. Crow is only 20 or 19 cents, right? I think it's up like 26% or 21. Oh, look at this. Holy cow. Up what, 40% in 1 month. Okay. There's tons of projects out there. 19 cents. Hey, you know what? I'm going to try to shoot for 100 Crow coins or 1,000 Crow coins. Okay. Start small. And honestly, that's how I started. And over time, you will get to certain goals, and you will reach those goals. So don't feel bad if you're just getting started in this crypto journey. But if you're an OG crypto investor like myself, and you've been in this space for a while and have been investing for a long period of time, be excited that you put in the work and that you've accomplished what you accomplished, because a lot of people are just getting started, and you should be happy. And even if you've been investing for a long time, you're not where you're at, hey man, just step your game up and try to find ways that you can invest, as much as you can. But again, not financial advice. You have to do what's best for you. Please, please, please do your own research. All right. Yeah. So I got a lot of information to share. So as I mentioned, Crow is pumping like crazy, up 40% in 1 month. A lot of this is off the heels of some things that I'm going to mention, and we're going to go down the crypto rabbit hole of all the things that are happening. All right. So let's get started. So first off, I wanted to announce was that I think this is interesting. Again, now I'm speculating right now. Okay. I'm putting my speculation hat on. All right. So we have Caroline Pham, who is currently she is the chief, she's the chief financial officer, or not chief financial officer, but she is the acting chairman or chairman, however you want to say it, for the CFTC right now. And she's over in Japan, and she was basically talking about, over there, talking about the Tokyo Stock Exchange and talking about innovation and all this kind of stuff. And if you don't know anything about this young lady, Caroline Pham, who seems to be as smart as a whip, man. I'm telling you, she's off the hook. She used to work at Ripple. Okay. And so I just find that very, very interesting. And a lot of that's also too off the relationships, I think, because of Ripple's relationships with SBI. Okay. And so I thought that was pretty interesting, just connecting the dots. But I just thought that this was an interesting photo and an interesting share and something that you need to be mindful of in regards to just kind of connecting the dots and realize what's happening in crypto. All right. Next up, too, we have this huge, huge partnership, man. So it looks like XDC, which is another crypto that I've been heavily investing in, super, super bullish on XDC. Circle gets real with real world assets and trade finance focused on XDC network. So USDC, or the Circle USDC coin, stablecoin, as we all know, are set to launch on XDC, plus CCTP V2 are set to launch on the XDC network, bringing the world's largest regulated stablecoin to a blockchain purpose built for trade finance and tokenization, guys. And if I have to say one word that would probably describe this video, is tokenization, because it is happening, guys. Tokenization, I think, is going to be absolutely massive. Okay. And one thing that you got to remember, guys, and I've said this in other videos, but if you're just tuning into my channel for the first time, when you tokenize something, you are putting that value on the blockchain, which will increase the market cap of that particular project. So if you're tokenizing large amounts of real estate, treasuries, all these types of financial vehicles, right? That is all coming on blockchain, which is adding to the market cap of obviously not just that cryptocurrency, but the entire market cap of the crypto market. So just keep that in mind. All right. So some of the things that, that benefits USDC on the XDC network: it offers a regulated, fully reserved digital dollar redeemable for 1-to-1 US dollars, as we already know, enables institutional off ramps, integrates easily into the XDC network apps. So the key use cases for this is obviously where XDC kind of hangs its hat on is global trade finance. So settle tokenized invoices, letters of credit, and other trade instruments. This is a big one right here. Real world tokenization. Okay. Issues and exchange tokenized assets such as treasuries, private credit, real estate, all these things that I've mentioned, even debt, right? You can even tokenize debt and then sell that debt for maybe pennies on the dollar. All right. Enterprise payments, so enable fast, low cost B2B and cross-border transactions. So again, guys, I think this is very, very bullish for assets or crypto assets that do tokenization. So that's XDC, that's Stellar, that's XRP, that's Ondo Finance. There's a laundry list of crypto tokens that specialize in tokenization. I want to say Algorand too as well, if I'm not mistaken. So there's tons of them out there. But I think, when you talk about big players, I would definitely invest in the American companies that are tokenizing real world assets. All right. Another one, again, like I said, this is like, if I had to name the title for this video, it'd be tokenizing real world assets. All right. Apparently just in from real world assets watch list, Kraken sat down with the SEC to talk tokenization, turning real world assets into tradable tokens. 26 billion in real world assets are already on chain, but clear rules could take that number even higher. It's happening, guys. Okay. It is happening. Okay. It's only a matter of time, and we still have time to get in early on these assets that are doing this type of work. So I think it's very, very important that, you do your research on assets that do this type of or have this type of strategy of tokenizing real world assets. All right. Next up too, as well, as I mentioned earlier, right, Kronos has been pumping like crazy. I think it's up like 20%. Look at that. Got as high as 26%. That's absolutely insane. And why is this happening? Because of boom, right here. Today, in a historic day, Trump Media Group, Crow Strategies, has announced $6.4 billion in funds to build America's Kronos treasury. At closing, Trump Media Group, Crow Strategy, is expected to be the world's largest holder of Crow. Read the press release right here. So here we go. Here's the press release. of what's been happening and what does this actually mean. So following the competition of business combination, Trump Media Group Crow Strategy will implement a forward-looking digital asset treasury strategy centered on the accumulation and active management of Crow. This approach is designed to capture long-term value by allocating sustainably all of the company's cash reserve by acquiring a Crow. By focusing on yielding generating ecosystem aligned assets rather than traditional non-productive holdings. Trump Media Group Crow Strategies aims to enhance capital efficiency, establish itself as a disciplined long-term participant in the evolving digital asset landscape, and benefit from early market positioning in a growing asset. The strategy includes the establishment of operation of a validator node by the company and delegation of Crow under management to the validator. So again, they're basically looking to buy it so that way they can control and dictate, what you can and can't do on the Crow ecosystem. Okay. Moving on, it says that the operation of the validator will enable direct participation in network security governance while generating native staking rewards that are reinvested to compound Crow holdings over time and help offset operational expenses. The validator will be established and maintained by a crypto native team with a deep understanding of the Cronos ecosystem, aiming to maximize staking rewards and attracting additional delegation of Crow from third-party Crow holders. I can maybe even see them possibly Trump Media, or maybe even buying an exchange, or maybe even buying crypto.com. Who knows what's going to happen? But I thought this was pretty interesting to share. And I do hold some Crow. I'm probably going to accumulate a little bit more since this is happening. And I think Crow could be one of them ones, man. I mean, it could be maybe the next Binance. Who knows? I mean, if you look at Binance is selling for what? $851. All right. And Crow's market cap, let's see, where is Crow coin at? Cronos, sitting at number 23, sitting at 19 cents. Market cap, what is that? 6 billion. And then volume was at 570 million. So, man, circulating supply, there's 33 billion Crow. So there's a boatload of Crow coins out there. When we look at Binance, how much Binance, what is Binance at? All right. So it has 100. So, wow, that's crazy. No. Okay. Yeah. So it's 139 million. Okay. Yeah. So way less than the 33 billion. So that's probably why, Crow is where it's at right now, because there's just so many tokens. But who knows? There might be maybe a burn mechanism. Who knows what's going to happen with this? But this is something that we need to be mindful of. And Crow is definitely one of those ones that I always watch, and I buy every now and then. I don't have a huge bag of Crow, but after this happens, I'm definitely going to be investing some more into the Crow token. Just my 2 cents on that. Also, too, as well, I thought this was interesting too. SharpLink buys 56,000 of ETH worth 252 million. I don't know if you guys are kind of seeing it right now, but it seems like things are shifting, man. It seems like people are getting out of Bitcoin. When I look at Bitcoin, I mean, now it's sitting at $109,000. It's down 3% over the past 7 days. Let's take a look at Bitcoin real quick. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of on this downward trajectory right now. And, I think a lot of cash is flowing out of Bitcoin into other assets. And we can kind of clearly see that, especially with Ethereum having the run that it's been having over the past couple of weeks. And so this is something also to watch too, as well. Again, I am not I hold very little Bitcoin at all. I'm more into altcoins and coins that have real world utility. But I understand that Bitcoin is the granddaddy, but I'm glad to see that, more cash is flowing into altcoins, because that's where most of my holdings are at. So I love it. so I'm not tripping off that. But right now, I mean, it's still bullish. I mean, 82% bullish, 18% bearish, but we'll see how if this maybe creeps down a little bit more and over time, but just something to also keep your eyes on. Moving on to as well, this is also good news. Morgan Stanley has revised its outlook, predicting a 25 or basically the interest rate going down 0.25% as we look to have rate cuts sometime next month and also December. So we shall see what that looks like over the next couple of weeks. September is almost here. And so I definitely think there'll be a cut in rates. And I'm just really excited to see how the crypto market reacts to these rate cuts, because it would be interesting to see, once they cut the rates, what will that do to the price of Bitcoin? Will Bitcoin go up? Now, historically, Bitcoin will go up normally, but if people are shifting into other altcoins, it's going to be interesting to see. I think altcoins have better uh, potential of having really significant gains than Bitcoin. Because I mean, guys, I mean, who can afford $100,000 dollars on just one? That's just one Bitcoin. When you can buy, if I had 100 grand and I had the option to just buy one Bitcoin, or I can take that 100 grand and diversify it and put it amongst various other altcoins. I'm taking the altcoins all day because I'll have greater returns than Bitcoin. I have to sit there and wait for it to get to $1 million. It's not going to happen overnight. So just something also to monitor and also to think about. Moving on to as well, again, this is awesome right here. This off the heels of Gemini partnering with Ripple. Gemini surpasses Coinbase on the ISO app, on the iTunes app store. And man, incredible, absolutely incredible. This just happened on Monday, and now they're blowing up. Tyler Winklevoss, one of the Winklevoss twins. The flipping of Jamie Dimon is complete. So again, they have Gemini. The exchange has now just surpassed Chase Bank too as well on the in terms of app stores. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they continue to grow. Absolutely insane. So props to them, man. They did a smart move with partnering with Ripple. And I think it's definitely going to be one of those partnerships that's going to have, or they're going to have much success from the partnership. Wrapping up here, again, just kind of building off of that. And so they're calling for, the Tyler Winklevoss also tweeted, calling on the XRP army. This credit card was made for you. Earn up to 4% cash back and XRP every time you swipe. So again, I think it's another opportunity to stack some more XRP in a more passive way. I might apply for the credit card just to support the XRP movement and all that kind of stuff. Plus, I love XRP. I'm consistently gonna be buying it as much as I possibly can, and I'm super excited to see that that XRP is starting to get more mainstream. So, absolutely loving it, man. Super excited. What are your thoughts on it? Are you gonna apply for the XRP credit card? Let me know in the comments section down below. I think I might open the Gemini exchange just to trade on there too as well. Just to diversify a little bit. I haven't set it up yet or anything like that, but I think I might open up a Gemini account just to have a little bit of diversification. So, but let me know in the comments what you think. Are you excited about this? If you like the content that I'm making, please do me a favor. Definitely give me a subscribe. Definitely click that notification bell so you can stay updated whenever I drop a new video. And I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.